Look at me. Even the odds. You will understand what that means in a second. Probably not until the end of this video. But even the odds. You know, there are a lot of people in this world, probably in your close circle even, that don't need self-improvement. At least physically. Everybody needs to improve in something. But physically, maybe not so much. Are guys that are, and girls, but guys that are gifted, as you say. Guys that it doesn't matter if they do skincare, their skin is already pretty smooth, for example, right? And the black pill loves to emphasize this. And there are guys like you and me. We need to do a little bit more than just sit there and watch the girls fly at us, right? We need to improve. We need to do exercises. We need to do all forms of self-improvement, physical self-improvement to, well, even the odds, to bridge the gap. And it puts us in a state of, I think for most of us anyway, in a state of why bother? These guys have it easy. And then you start with the why. Why couldn't I have, etc. But what the black pill does not emphasize is that we have the option to improve. You've never heard you and I, we can't do anything. They don't have to do anything and they can still get whatever they want. In the black pill metrics anyway. We can't do anything to get on their level. No, it's always they don't have to do anything. But the black pill does not emphasize we can't do anything. It doesn't emphasize, that we can actually improve. We have self-improvement that'll help us bridge the gap. And that's what I'm here to talk about today. To even the odds and how to. You know, I thought that I couldn't do anything to my situation to make it better for me. That what I had is what I was given, and that's it. The gifts, the cards that I was dealt, that's it. Not thinking that maybe God gave me those cards and maybe some of the cards are there for it to be improved. That maybe what you have is not what you should be content with, but maybe it's potential. And maybe you can use what you have to make the best out of it. That's what I've done for the past few months, and that's what I'm going to do for all the foreseeable future, I think. You have to bridge the gap. And first of all, you have to realize that you can bridge the gap. That the metrics that the black pill has don't only apply to people. It makes it seem that the cards you're dealt, that's it. And you can only be content with that. You can't really improve anything. And I know some black pillars talk about self-improvement outside of the surgery spectrum, but they talk about self-improvement, I don't know, icing your face, You remember those videos on TikTok? And they used to talk about that only, like ice your face, hammer your, well, maybe that's a little more deep down, yeah. I'm here to tell you that we have self-improvement, and self-improvement outscales, trumps anything the black pill has to say about looks. And I'm gonna put it into an analogy, right? And I'll use black pill ideologies, beliefs, to really show you how corrupted this thing is, right? There are two guys, right? One guy, he's white, tall, beautiful eyes, etc. He didn't do much to get that, right? He gets all the girls, okay? He has no personality. He doesn't have much money, but that doesn't matter. When you look like him, you're good. You don't need to do much more than that. Next to him is a black guy. According to the black pill, black guys are less fortunate than white guys in terms of ethnicity. Oh yeah. Not as tall. Not as beautiful eyes. He doesn't get as many girls, right? And he thinks it's over because the black pill told him so. You're less fortunate. There's no other option but to accept it. But the white guy don't really have much personality, did he? It's not much charisma to him. He's actually a little mean because, the looks he was given kind of gave him an ego. The black guy might bring more charisma to himself. He might be more ambitious as a man, more masculine. He might take care of himself. He might have a better physique. And you're telling me no girls are gonna fall for that? Of course they are. He bridged the gap. He evened the odds. And that's what I'm here to talk about. Evening the odds. He did. You can too. And I'm here to tell you that it definitely works. Okay? You don't have to be born with the gifts. Some people are, but you're not. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this. And because you're not, does not mean it's over. And that's one of the famous terms in the Black Pill. It's over, bro. Sorry. It's over, bro. That's one of the things they love to say all the time. Because they drown themselves in self-pity and they think there's no other option but to be content. There are things you can do. Things that'll help you out massively, things that'll help you out slightly. Make you slightly more attractive. Now there's a whole spectrum of what you can do, so I won't get into that. But I do have a sheet for today too, just to tell you, right? The Black Pill tells you that you can't do much. And it tries to hide the fact that you can, that self-improvement exists, and it's been used for decades. A gifted person who does not try won't be as successful as a hardworking person who does not have the gifts. And that's what I'm trying to say here in this video. By doing the best you can with the cards you're dealt, you can have a pretty substantially great deck. And self-improvement is a gift. It's a gift that requires you to have faith, to work hard. But the difference is when you even the odds compared to the guy who had everything in the beginning, you've gained a lot more than just the looks, mindset, ambition, ideologies, joy. When you feel like you don't have the gifts, that does not mean you can never earn them. Sure, you won't be getting taller anytime soon. You won't be getting a different eye color. And please, don't be stupid and buy contacts, okay? I don't know who came up with that idea, but it's not good. Do not do that. Look at what you're dealt with and deal with that the best way you can. Earn skills, strengths. And with the analogy with the white and black guy, the black guy earned charisma, a better physique, for example. He cares more, he smiles more. He's kind, but not a people pleaser. Ambitious. These are traits that many appreciate, especially girls. And essentially that's what you do. Even the odds. Yes, it's possible to even the odds. When you don't have the gifts, you do have self-improvement and hard work waiting for you. Do not listen to the black pill when it tells you it's over. And the only option is surgery. Because that's their way of self-improvement. Do not listen to that. Before you consider surgery, have you considered the fact to lose weight? Have you considered the fact to be a little less negative? Have you considered the fact to find a purpose? For example, these are things you can do. You don't have to. You can sulk in where you're at. You know, you can play your games, eat the pizza, eat the chips, and still look like a loser. And blame the Lord. Blame your parents for the way you look. Or you can do the best with what you do look like. You can be grateful. Like I said, I'm here to help you. And one of the first things I want to say in this journey is that you can get help. You can get better. I did. You can too. I did go to a party yesterday. And first of all, I gotta say I was one of the most memorable people there. Memorable guys there. So much so, I got a couple people came up to me and started talking. Or like one guy, two guys, I don't know. And I recognized one person from my old school. I went up to say hi to him. He said, "Oh, Adrian, that's you." And I was happy to see him. What I didn't expect was that he told me, "Wow, you look so different now." That really resonated with me. And I've been told that before, but I was really, really happy to hear him say that, because that means self-improvement actually helped. That means it helped. Because if you look at me in 9th grade, which I believe is where he remembers me from, I was not at all the same guy as I am now. I didn't look too good. So when he says you look different, I took it as a compliment. So, from personal experience, from what I've seen others accomplish, it's not over. And you do have a shot to even the odds. That's it. Bye.